And we are live again here Saturday evening. Casper here. We are going to be looking at the weekly recap on Uranium. We didn't do the midweek recap because I interviewed my good friend Burak from Trading Channels. I made two videos, one with purely uranium and then one with precious metals. And with precious metals only, platinum, also oil and nat gas actually. Definitely go check them out. He does some tremendous stuff with the technical analysis. And with that said, let's dive into uranium. As mentioned, we have 5 days to discover because we didn't have the midweek one. So let's get straight into business here with our favorite sector of all time, uranium. Starting with the URA. URA. Having a bit of a green week last week. Again, nothing major, to be honest. Still, you know, I'm not calling any bottoms here now. I know many people are. As mentioned previously, these highs here, I mentioned that we're going down close to the 24s. We did here. We came into like 24.5. Again, could we have a spike lower into close to the 30 weekly and the green support? Obviously, we could. Excuse me. But again, as mentioned here, we will make this is a higher high, and we will make a higher low somewhere around here. This could be the low actually, but we are making some sort of higher low here in this vicinity. And then we will start to curl higher up again. You know, when we take out a triangle like this, the most obvious, or I wouldn't say obvious, but one of the bigger targets to hit is the triangle high here at 31. So again, we will make a higher low here. Maybe the low is in for URA, maybe not again. Let's see what happens. URNM looks way stronger, a bigger surge here. Actually, the reason why URNM is lagging so much compared to the URNM is because URA has like 30-40% solar, and TAN, the solar ETF, has been killed the past few weeks, the few months here. So that is why. Again, URNM looks way better. Massive breakout here. We almost hit the top here. That was actually quite nice that we didn't do, in my opinion. And now we're having the pullback here. 30 weekly coming up nicely. We have the green support to support us going up here. Again, this is a bullish consolidation, no matter how you view it here. And this should resolve to the upside. Again, so therefore, the lows could be in for URA as well, because we have this much more bullish picture on the URNM. Again, long term, you know my targets for URA and URNM, they are way higher. I cannot see such a massive breakout here and then just have this one to be the top for the move and then we go back down. Again, I have to be disproven on that one. So, okay, going to the daily on the URNM, we have made a higher high. Okay, fair enough. And now we're still in some bullish consolidation here. And again, let's go down and hit this green uptrend here would be nice, and then we bounce. Again, this is a bull flag or bullish pennant. For now, it just looks bullish. You just need to have some patience. 30 weekly, I know the data is not, we don't have that much data, so the 30 weekly is curling up here nicely. And yeah, it should be higher highs and higher lows from here, basically. Actually, a massive week for the U.UN, the spot physical uranium trust, which surprised me big time to see this move so quickly. Again, I'm a bit skeptical. I'll take it, fine, but I did expect, us to visit the $20 level here, but we are still having a massive green week, so I'll take it, fair enough. But the ultimate goal is the all-time high here. That is my utmost conviction. We're going to visit the all-time highs at roughly 37, and then we'll see what happens. But again, we have done so much, taking out that horizontal zone here at roughly 20. So the path of least resistance is up here. Obviously, it's very rare that we go in a straight line. We could. It's a small market, but again, you shouldn't bet your last buck on that one here. So again, I think somewhere in late 24, maybe, we could see the all-time highs here again. This will be roughly, what is that, $12, so 50% move for the U.UN over the next 12 months or so, maybe 18 months, but still To me, it doesn't really matter. The path is to the upside here. Nothing to worry about. Quickly here, the XLE divided by the SPX, still outperforming again, moving up here. Pull back into the 30 weekly textbook resumption here. For now, again, XLE outperforming the SPX. Do yourself a favor and look up the SPX chart. It looks very bad on a weekly basis. I just posted it on Twitter, so you can check it there, but it doesn't look good at all here. XLE against the URNM. We found support here. We had a bit of a dip below, but we found support from that low there. And now we're basically having a pullback. You know, we were very stretched here away from the 30 moving average. And now we are, as we talked about, we will probably see some sort of pullback, and then it should roll over again. Right now, the name of the game in this ratio is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, until proven otherwise. So we are in a definitely downtrend in this ratio, which is nice to see that URNM is outperforming XLE and XLE is outperforming SPX. Beautiful, beautiful. URNM against the spot price. The spot price is really, really, really strong. And the miners just can't seem to catch a bid. I think the overall market, again, the liquidity right now is just, there's not much liquidity. Again, it's not an excuse, but it is what it is. We're sitting here at this long-term golden trend line. Needs to hold. We are a tad below the 30 weekly. It's not a warning sign, but again, if we start to dribble down here again, then we will see the miners getting outperformed by the spot price, which is not ideal. You really want to see the opposite in a bull market. So hopefully this is the low, and now we go. Again, we're also below the neckline here of the minor inverted head and shoulders. So there are some pros and cons here. Again, we need it to hold here. That's all I can say. If we start to get back in below the golden, then we will reassert. But again, yeah, it could be better. What looks even worse, well, weaker, is the URA, because you know they have 40% solar. So we are having a bit of a fake out here, and now we're back into that falling wedge right here. And often when you have these breakouts, false breakouts to the upside or the downside, you typically visit the lower or the opposite trend line. So I think that's where we're going. So hopefully we will have a snapback here at some point. Long term, this is still my view. Massive inverted head and shoulders. But again, no matter how biased you are, this is not ideal to see a false breakout here and then start to see some big red candles here. It's not ideal for URA, I will say that. Here we have URA against the CRBs. Still major higher high, and we are going to make a higher low here. Again, bullish consolidation in this ratio. URA is outperforming the CRBs for now. 30 weekly coming up. There's nothing much to say really. It's just consolidation here before we go higher until proven otherwise. URA divided by the SPY, again, the SPX or the SPY is getting killed right now. And we actually made this high here, and we found support at these highs here in this zone, as you can see. Big green candle, very nice to see. And yeah, hopefully this one can follow through. The good thing is that the green candle, but the body of the green candle entirely engulfed the other red candle from the previous week. Always a bullish candlestick pattern. So yeah, beautiful. Again, the name of the game for me right now in this ratio as well is higher highs and higher lows. 30 weekly is starting to turn up here. Long term, there's nothing wrong with this one here. URA against the NDX, the NASDAQ. This is a major, excuse me guys, this is a major resistance here, roughly, you know, that 0.002 ratio. We tagged it, pulling back, major green candle, beautiful. Hopefully we can blast through here again. But you can see how many times we're just pounding against that resistance. It will break. It will break. Trust me. URA against Bitcoin. We tagged it and we said, yes, we're going to have a pullback here most of the time. So that was the call. And here we have our fantastic drawing here, which I think is the trajectory. So for now, it's still holding. Obviously, we need to curl up here within a few weeks. But yeah, I will say this though, Bitcoin does look pretty good right now. I made a post on that on Twitter as well. So Bitcoin, it could be on the path to 42K actually. But again, if Bitcoin does that, Bitcoin is my ultimate liquidity indicator. So if Bitcoin starts to move, that means that there is excessive liquidity in the system, meaning the overall market actually should perform pretty nicely as well. So let's see. The uranium spot price again at the Fukushima highs at $33 per pound. We looked at it here last week. I called for a move, possibly all the way down to 62, but we have this major green candle here now. It looks a bit premature to me still to have this go up. You can see how stretched we are to the moving average, and again, I wouldn't be surprised to see us still slowing down here. But again, it's a small market. Anything can happen. Back in 2007, it just went up and up and up and up. Could we be there again? Sure, but I'm still a bit hesitant to call this, the bottom for after pulling back from that Fukushima high. So, but again, if we start to pop here again, I'll gladly take it. But again, my bias is still that we need more digestion here. We need a lot more bullish consolidation before we go higher. These moves that suddenly starts to rip here, it's not healthy in the long run. In the short term, it's fine, obviously. But yeah, let's see. Last but not least here, we have the uranium spot price against the silver. And I still think we could go all the way down to the blue neckline to visit that. And then we will see. But again, silver and gold last week, especially gold. What a move. I will cover that in the commodities weekly recap right after this one here. But what a move. And maybe this could be a fake out. If silver and gold starts to move, this could be, one of those that just does like this very quickly. But again, for now, the chart dictates, or will not dictate, shows us or indicates that uranium spot price is leading and should be the leader until proven otherwise. That is how the chart is speaking to me, at least. Same thing for gold. Again, I called for a huge visit at the neckline. That's still my case. Actually, I know, these long-term trend lines, what is often seen is the retest to confirm that we're going into a new uptrend. So yeah, that is still my bias. So still, the uranium spot price is still outperforming gold and silver, even though gold and silver did insanely good last week. So until proven otherwise, uranium spot price is still in the lead against gold. But let's see if gold really wants to pull some amazing moves here. That is yet to be seen, of course, but still looks very nice. It's touched 2K last week, so that was very beautiful. That's all I had for today. The long-term trend is still up until proven otherwise. And again, you need these consolidation periods after a big run up. The URNM went up like 30-40%. We need time to digest and then have a next leg up again. Totally normal price action, price behavior. Nothing to be worried about at this moment in time. So that's all I had, guys, for uranium. Again, leave a comment below if you disagree, do you agree. Again, I'm happily to get criticism and all that good stuff here. Again, have a great Sunday wherever you are, and we will see you next week. Hopefully uranium will do well. Let's see what happens, guys. Have a great one, guys. Cheers.